tonight.
Eternal God, we pray that you bless this meeting. Let us feel your presence, Lord, and renew our strength. We ask that you bestow your blessings upon all the students and educators in our county and keep them safe. Help us to work together and have a productive meeting. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Adequate notice pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act has been given of this meeting by forwarding notice to the South Jersey Times and Elmer Times Company, and by posting notice on the bulletin board in the Salem County Courthouse and the Fifth Street Office Complex, and by filing notice in the offices of the Salem County Clerk and the Clerk of the Board, all having been done at least 48 hours in advance.
Roll call.
Director Benjamin Lauren. Here. Commissioner Scott Christopher.
Here.
Commissioner Ed Ramsey.
Here.
Deputy Director Gordon Osborne.
Here.
Commissioner Lee Ware.
Present.
We have a quorum, sir.
Thank you. Commissioners, what's your pleasure with the minutes?
Mr. Director, I make a motion that we dispense with the reading of the minutes from the August 17th, 2022 regular meeting. These minutes are to be received, approved, and recorded in the minute book.
Second. I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please raise your right hand. We have royalty tonight. It's good to see Mayor Ed McKelvey from Alloway. Thank you for joining us. And we have Mr. Bonner from Carnes Point. Deputy Mayor? Deputy Mayor. Okay, thank you. And if I missed anybody, I apologize. I do have to recognize my wife is here tonight, keeping an eye on me. So thank you guys for joining me. Have to be, guys. Your pre-hook commissioners, we have special recognitions, National Recovery Month.
Yes, indeed. Important stuff going on here. Come up, bring your minions. Although I see you all have two eyes, so you're not really minions. Okay. We're really proud of all. Oh, you are hitting arrow every time I see. I'm pretty good as well. Hi, we are really proud of all the work you do and appreciative, and as are our residents, so we can't thank you enough. And therefore, we have a proclamation of National Recovery Month, September 2022. Whereas behavioral health is an essential part of health and one's overall wellness, and whereas prevention of mental and substance use disorders works, treatment is effective, and people recover in our area and around the nation, and whereas preventing and overcoming mental and substance use disorders is essential to achieving healthy lifestyles, both physically and emotionally, and whereas we must encourage relatives and friends of people with mental and substance use disorders to implement preventive measures, recognize the signs of a problem, and guide those in need to appropriate treatment and recovery support services. And whereas we recognize that Salem County residents and their families are affected by these conditions, now therefore the Salem County Board of County Commissioners do hereby proclaim September 2022 to be Recovery Month. We encourage residents to recognize that individuals in recovery are essential contributors to the strength of our community. And I would add, from a personal basis, we've had this conversation before, behavioral health is a wasteland. Access is limited everywhere, and I can't say enough about what these people do to get our residents, our neighbors, access to what services are available. And this is not just a Salem County problem. I practiced for years in Delaware, and just getting people out, of course, thing close to our heart were the postpartum disorders. There is no service out there. So thank you for all that you do. And this is here. You can even have a large print, so you can take your glasses off as well. Get everybody up here. Like the Beatles,
second poorest county in the state. And we don't want anyone to go without a meal. We don't want anyone to be hungry. We have, tonight we're going to recognize Fred Wasiak. Fred from the President and CEO of the Food Bank of South Jersey. They deliver to 15 different places in our county. They deliver food for distribution. I know Mid-Atlantic is probably the biggest in Pennsville. They have a line of cars down the street daily to be fed. Now, do all of them need it? But yeah, probably not, but most of them do. And we want to, part of government needs to be take care of people that cannot take care of themselves. And we want to be there for them, make sure the people in this county are not hungry. And part of that is the food bank from South Jersey, and we appreciate you, Fred. We have a resolution here for you. I'm not going to read it, but we want to let you know that we are so happy to have you and what you do for this county. So God bless you. I'm going to share your food.
Thank you very much. We cannot do this alone. We serve not only 15 different agencies, there's close to 10,000 people really food insecure in Salem County, and we need all the help and support we can get, and we appreciate you in this recognition. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Fred.
Thank you.
We are blessed to have the volunteers and the people in this county that can do the distribution and take care of those. I didn't know it was 10,000 people. That's amazing. There's one out of 6 people we serve. So thank you. You're a blessing to this county. Thank you. Moving on, Commissioners, it's a pleasure with the General Committee Commission minutes and reports.
Mr. Director, I make a motion that the correspondence, department reports, and committee minutes be accepted, filed, and made a part of the minutes.
Second. I have a motion and second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please raise your right hand. Before you go on, you're welcome to stay. Those stay for the special recognition. You can stay for the meeting. It's riveting. A lot of exciting things to cover. But if you want to leave, you're still more than welcome to. Commissioners, your pleasure with the payments of bills and claims.
Mr. Director, I make a motion all bills and claims, when properly signed and audited, be paid and charged to their respective accounts.
Second. I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please raise your right hand. Unanimous. Clerk report, will you state the resolutions, please, by title number?
A1, resolution to appoint members to the Salem County Commission on Women, Dr. Gwen Paris-Atwell and Elaine Dunn. A2, resolution accepting and executing a grant from the New Jersey Department of Labor and Workforce Development, Workforce New Jersey, for the program year 2022-2023. A3, resolution accepting and executing a grant from the New Jersey Department of Labor and Workforce Development, Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act for the program year 2022-2023. A4, resolution authorizing a shared service agreement with Cumberland County for a start term. A5, resolution authorizing an MOU between the County of Salem, the Township of Pennsville, and the Cumberland Gloucester Salem vicinage of the State of New Jersey Judiciary for the utilization of temporary court space.
Commissioners, you're through the reading of these 5 resolutions. What's your pleasure?
Mr. Director, I make a motion to adopt these 5 resolutions.
Second. I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please raise your right hand. Yes, unanimous. Agricultural, tourism.
B1, resolution authorizing the proposed acquisition of the development easement on Robert and Donna Dickinson Farm of Pittsburgh Township. And B2, resolution authorizing the proposed acquisition of a development easement on Robert Stevens Farm, Pittsburgh Township.
Commissioners, you've heard the reading of these 2 resolutions. Your pleasure?
Mr. Director, I move we adopt these 2 resolutions.
I second. You've heard them. We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please raise your right hand. And it's passed unanimous. Economic Development, Public Works.
C1, resolution amending resolution 2021-344, endorsing Youth Services Commission, YSC 2022, State Community Partnership and Family Court Services application to the State of New Jersey Juvenile Justice Commission for funding for the period January 1, 2022 to December 31st, 2022. C2, resolution endorsing the County Council on Juvenile Justice System Improvement and Youth Services Commission 2023 Juvenile Detention, an Alternative Initiative Innovations Proposal, and the authorizing of the County of Salem to apply to the State of New Jersey Juvenile Justice Commission for Innovations Grant funding of $120,000 for the period of January 1, 2023 to December 31st, 2023. C3, resolution accepting funding from the New Jersey Department of Health Tick Surveillance Program. C4, resolution prohibiting normal traffic, South Railroad Avenue, County Road 602 in Old Smith Township, Salem County, for their annual Pettit Day celebration.
Further reading of these four resolutions. What's your pleasure?
Mr. Director, I make a motion we accept these four resolutions.
I second. I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please raise your right hand. Unanimous. Health, Human Services, Education.
D1, resolution authorizing the grant application for the enhancement of the Salem County Overdose Fatality Review Team. D2, resolution to accept a grant from the New Jersey Department of Health and Human Services Division of Aging Services for WIC Senior Farmers Market Nutrition Program. D3, resolution amending resolution 2022-309, accepting and executing a grant for the State of New Jersey for the fiscal year 2022 Special Child Health Case Management. And D4, resolution of intent to apply for funding for the 2022-2023 County Environmental Health Act CHOG grant.
Commissioners, for the reading of these four resolutions. What's your pleasure?
Mr. Director, I make a motion that we approve these four resolutions.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please raise your right hand. Yes, unanimous. Public Safety.
E1, resolution approving a rental location and partnership agreement between Ranch Hope Inc. and Salem County Rescue Recovery Resource Center. E2, resolution authorizing the trade-in of one DJI Matrice 200B2 unmanned aircraft system, serial number 17S3H7U002U013 for the one DJI Mavic Enterprise Advanced Unmanned Aircraft System. E3, resolution approving a memorandum of understanding partnership between the Salem County Prosecutor's Office and the Salem County Department of Health and Human Services Division of Mental Health and Addiction for the grant funding awarded from the New Jersey Department of Law and Public Safety Operation Company Hand Reimbursement Grant. And E4, resolution amending resolution 2022-276 to approve an extension of time for the Edward Burr Memorial Justice Assistant Grant JAG Multi-Jurisdictional Gang, Gun, and Narcotics Task Force Grant Program for the Prosecutor's Office, JAG 1-172-TF-1.
Commissioners, for the reading of these four resolutions. Your pleasure?
Mr. Director, I move that we approve all four of these resolutions.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? I would request that maybe we get the Sheriff's Office to bring their crew in to go over the new advanced unmanned aircraft. If we can get that in one meeting, that'd be great. Our next meeting is 6 o'clock, so it's starting to get dark, so we want to meet the next one. Okay, can I get a motion for all those in favor? Please raise your right hand. Approved unanimous. Any chapter 159?
F1, resolution providing for the insertion of any special item of revenue in the budget pursuant to NJSA 40A:4-87, Chapter 159, Public Law 1948, Workforce, New Jersey. F2, Workforce Innovations and Opportunity Act, and F3, 2022 Salem Farmers Market.
For the reading of these three resolutions, your pleasure.
Mr. Director, I make a motion we adopt these three resolutions.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please raise your right hand. It's unanimous. Commissioners, any old business? Commissioners, any new business? I want to mention, since there are a lot of people out here, if you look at resolution C3, we're taking volunteers if we want to refer us to do tick surveillance. We'll give you a free magnifying glass and we can survey the ticks. No, I'm taking it. I do want to thank those that volunteer. If you look at A1, Glenn Pyre Satwell and Lane Dunner are volunteering to be part of the Salem County Commission on Women. This county is supported, and we stand on those people's backs that volunteer. And that helps this county just be a little bit greater. Helps us all stand a little bit taller because we have the volunteers we have in this county. So thank you. Thank those two and all those that volunteer and all those that serve on the committees and commissions and councils. Thank you so much.
Director,
Yes.
can I say
You
something?
may.
I'd just like to say that we sit here every meeting and we run through these resolutions pretty quick. Stacy does a great job. Bam, bam, bam. And I'm sure it looks like to you out there that it's hard to keep up, it's hard to understand what's actually happening. We get these usually Friday. So we have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday to look at this. And when we have issues, we call whoever's in charge of that particular unit and figure out what's going on. So it's not like we're looking at this, we're making a decision just like that and just passing the buck. But we give it a lot of thought, and it makes it work this way. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. We have any public announcements?
We've got a full deck here, so I'm trying to keep it relatively reasonable. Things opening up, we keep saying that. We got some good community service things. There's some Red Cross blood drives going on. Many of you are aware that the new COVID boosters are, I think they were released yesterday. We do not yet have them. They're a little bit different from the other COVID vaccinations that have been administered. They're bivalent and they are directed against the two most common variants of the virus, which we expect to be the predominant vectors of infection this fall. We are aware that these are less virulent strains as far as severity of illness, but still we want to try to continue to contain the virus, and there will be more information coming out. Our health department, pharmacies are going to be very active in administering those vaccines. It's also flu season. Keep in mind that proportionally the flu killed way more people than COVID, so keep up with your flu vaccine as this kind of year rolls around. Now for the fun stuff, Septemberfest is coming up on Saturday in 11 a.m. in Pennsville. There's also a South Jersey Apple Fest at the Salem County Fairgrounds. This Sunday is the Historical Society Annual Luncheon at 1 p.m. Our ladies and gentlemen from behavioral health have left, but there's a free Narcan kit giveaway by appointment. You can register at the health department. So if you feel that you may have exposure to someone in need of that medication, we are making it available. Evening of jazz next Friday night at the Dorn Community Center in Pennertown. We're going to be celebrating those who have given service to their country with the Veterans Picnic next Saturday, September 17th, 12 noon to 4 p.m. at the Penn Grove VFW. Wednesday, September 21st, sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce. There's a cybersecurity lunch and learn put on by the FBI at 11:30 a.m. at Maria's Hall in Penn Grove, helping you defend your privacy in today's electronically connected world. Stand Up for Salem annual dinner is Wednesday, 21st, starting over at Fenwick Plaza. Woodstown Fall Festival, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturday the 24th. Elmer Harvest Day, Saturday, October 1st, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And we're running through things. Pennertown Day is October 8th. That's why we're closing the highway that day from 9 to 4. It's just a smattering of highlights of what's going on, and I don't want to put anybody else to sleep. So, any questions I'll be happy to answer.
I think I missed a couple of people in the audience that I need to recognize. I believe the prosecutor is back in the corner. Hello. Thank you. Doing a great job. Thank you so much. And I believe from Alloway, Warren, right? Yeah. once again, if I forget it, if I forget to wait.
No, but I think, pardon?
I got it there.
We're gonna ignore it. I think Corey and Ed will probably want us to mention the, welcome house at the.
Yes, please do.
Wow.
Corey, do you want to announce that?
This is Corey Taylor from Oldman's Township. And yes, tomorrow, now that we've got the rain in and we all need it, tomorrow should be good weather, and between 5 and 7 out at Oldman's Township Airport, the only paved airport in Salem County, so it's really your airport, is the open house. There'll be, the state has one of their helicopters there. You can see the progress of this airport. In fact, this afternoon at 2 o'clock was the bid opening for runway lights. So if you don't get there tomorrow, sometime in the next 90 days, if you drive up 295, you'll go, that's my airport, right to the side. So I have some of these reminders. If you want, you can leave them here. I'd love to see you out. This is your airport. This is our county airport. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's time for public comment. If you're here, you step up to the front and you name and address. Come on.
Warren Morgan, 33 North Greenwood Street, Alway, New Jersey, Alway Township Committee. We're just coming in to talk about the four-way stops and the traffic evaluation that we had done. I don't have a personal opinion on these intersections myself. I really don't. But when our ambulance and our fire department and the state police come to us and ask us that we do something about these, I feel like I'm obligated to try to make something happen for these folks that are concerned about these ongoing accidents at intersections. Watsonville and Commissioner's Pike County did a project there a while back. We were told that there was going to be some things done to make that intersection a little not so blind using Commissioner's Pike. And you got to stop Commissioner's Pike. Get that valley down here. We thought the crown was going to be taken down the road. That didn't happen. And that was a while back, 5-6 years ago, maybe. We're just asking for a reconsideration on four-way stops there, because we're having issues there. And I've had my own incidents there without contact, maybe because I was on the break good enough that night, but twice it's happened to me. But we have a lot of folks that are pro four-way stops. We have a few that are not, but in the best interest of everyone in the town, and considering the other four-way stops they put in Audi 11 years ago, we've had one accident there in 11 years, and that's come right from Dale Smith there on the corner, and was pleased with that. Maybe not so much in the beginning, but he says, I don't see cars upside down in the cemetery. So we're just asking to, we spent a lot of money. Someone did $30,000 for a traffic study with recommendations, and I'm hoping that you guys will reconsider looking at the four-way stops at these intersections and helping us out with this for our emergency services. Thank you, Mark.
You have people that are not in support of a four-way stop. What's their reason?
I don't think they want to stop. I think it's an inconvenience, and they don't live it right on these intersections. And that's another group of people that I totally forgot about. People that live nearest and on these intersections have come to us also. The people that are con of it, I don't really see their ideas of why that they really don't come. They don't have a real reason. They do say that it's just bad drivers. And I understand that. It's distracted driving with this thing right here, our number one problem on the road as far as I'm concerned, besides alcohol and drugs. But I just think that they really don't want to stop there. They like the way it has been and don't like the change. I don't like change either. But I believe for the safer part of the community, young drivers, I think it's a good idea for us moving forward to have them there, because I think we have an opportunity now to avoid a fatality. We've been lucky so far. We had an accident this past week down there at the Aldine and Watsonville. And I'm just trying to do what I can to help out our services, our emergency services people. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Warren.
Yeah, Eddie Calvin, Alloway Township, number 5 Alloway Alvin Road. Traffic study that I have in front of me is from June of 2022. And in compiling this study, I'd never actually read a traffic study before. This thing is pretty vast and complete. The 3 intersections cost us just about $10,000 to have this study. And my concern is that if we're going to pay engineers to do this, we're going to depend on our firefighters, our ambulance squad, our volunteers to go out there and rescue people when their cars are flipped over and possible real fatalities at these intersections. And they're here supporting the 4-way stop. Why would they support that 4-way stop? One argument that I heard was, well, it impedes traffic throughout the county. We don't want to impede traffic throughout the county with more 4-way stops. Well, how much traffic is being impeded when 2 cars are flipped over in the middle of the intersection? We have to stop all traffic. A 4-way stop doesn't impede traffic. A 4-way stop just makes the intersection much safer. And I'll read the recommendation for Alloway Alvin Road and Watson's Mill Road on page 17 of the study. It recommends that the current configuration, a traditional 2-way stop controlled intersection, to a 4-way stop be added, and stop lines should be placed on, and it goes on with the strategic things. Now, this is from this traffic study is from state police records, it's from traffic flow, and it's done by professionals. We have professional firefighters that are also on our fire company. We have professional EMTs that are on our EMT force. And as you know, it's harder to get ambulances out now. If we don't need an ambulance because we're not having accidents, that's a wonderful thing. All we're asking for is that this be reconsidered, and please don't send it back to Roads and Bridges so that we get the outcome that a particular person wants. This is the outcome that was found by the professionals that rated all the criteria that is used in a traffic study. And on both those intersections, it's the same outcome. And I would imagine you guys had copies of this, but we plead our case that we're here to save lives. We're concerned that it's going to be more than just fender benders. Fender benders are what? If there's an accident at a 4-way stop, it's not usually more than a fender bender. I went through there one day, I want to say recently, in the past year, there's a van upside down. You know, it doesn't have to be. We can change that. So thank you guys for your time. I appreciate it.
I live 75 Ransom Hills Road in Alloway. I'm not a professional EMT, I'm not a professional firefighter, I'm not an engineer, I'm a professional commuter. I moved down to the county about 6 years ago, and I was saying that in the last 2 years, that intersection is bad. People do not stop. I can tell you there's near misses. Anybody who's from the area knows to do a big slowdown. It's a great ride. Without a stop sign, it's enjoyable. You can cruise along, and it's wonderful. I think really the fact that the stop signs were approved and then were disapproved, it's a disservice to us as taxpayers. We have been, as a town, talking about this for months, and we really need it, because if a fatality happens and it was just because there were no stop signs, I'll be honest, as a public servant, I wouldn't want that on my conscience. It's not a big deal, it's not much of an ask, and everybody, for the most part, is in agreement. Because you don't want to change your behavior, doesn't stop a near miss. And that's what we're dealing with every day as you drive that road. Thank you.
Could I get your name again, please? With,
Oh, excuse me?
I didn't get your name, I'm sorry.
Oh, Diana Eichfeld, E-I-C-H-F-E-L-D.
Thank you.
All right. John Mahala, LLA, 7 Holly Hills Fire Chief, LLA Fire Company. In front of you is a list of only accidents, injuries involved, extrications involved, no injuries involved. There's 44 in the last 5 years. 44 accidents at those intersections. No fatalities yet. Got lucky, like it was told by the township. But it's only a matter of time. Originally, I was at Carney's Point. I've seen numerous fatal accidents at all these intersections and throughout the county. It's only a matter of time. It's a Swiss cheese effect, right? You keep on getting lucky, every once in a while, you hit that cheese, and it's over. All right? Swiss cheese effect happens. 44 accidents, 2 intersections. It's an average of 8 calls a year. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it is. Especially for us. We're going out there day, night, evening. Look at the times. They're all throughout the day. Alloway Aldi has a nice curve leading up to Watson Mill. It's a blind spot. Commissioners, it's a hill. It's a blind spot. I like the LED flashing stop signs. I love that because it's a very dark road. I love that idea. What's that cost? A couple $1,000? But for somebody's life, what's a couple $1,000? You know, we get our county out there, put the signs up, some rumble strips, and some LED signs. I think it's well worth it. In my opinion, please read the second. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Ryan Scutari. I live at 106 Watson's Mill Road, and I am here to beg you to make this a 4-way stop. In the last 2 years, that utility pole has been replaced 3 times. Last March, April, a school bus was crashed into in that intersection. Thank God it was empty. It was on its way to Callaway Elementary. This is not going to cause traffic congestion by putting a stop there. What it is going to do is make people stop. You have limited sight coming from Callaway through this intersection. Coming from the other way, from Woodstown, you're coming up a hill. You can't see. And if someone decides they're not going to stop, you're going to be smashed before anything can be done. The cost to the township is negligible. There's already a traffic control there. You need to change it from a red flasher to a yellow and put up 2 signs. Rumble strips would be great. I'm not even asking for that. I have 4 kids that go through that intersection twice a day on school buses. What is it going to take? A fatality? A busload of kids getting smashed into? And it's not even the local traffic. You have a lot of truck traffic. Red Oak, CNH, everybody's headed to the landfill. You have big trucks, and if they're moving at speed, they're not going to stop if someone else is another lane. For the good of the community, absolutely must make this a great stop. I do not want to come home from work, and as I do a lot of times, and see the glass in the road, or a fender on the side, or the state police there. Let's not use our resources. The stop sign will end this. I mean, not completely, but it will dramatically reduce the amount of calls to our EMS. And then you have the utility workers, power outages, communication outages, 3 poles in 2 years. Thank God no one's been killed. What's it going to take? I thank you. Have a great day.
My name is Joe Flabber, 61 East Main Street, Illinois. I'm going to echo what Chief Mahala has also indicated. I am a past chief of Valley Fire Company. I've gone with Alloy for 30-some years. I have responded to fatalities at this intersection. The frequency of them is getting worse. What I want to ask you people, not necessarily an answer tonight, is how can you disregard professional traffic study that cites those intersections as a strong recommendation to improve them to four-way stop. If in fact it doesn't happen, and there is a fatality there, or there is an accident, that's a document that I'm quite sure will come up in court. The recommendation from a professional engineer, civil engineer, traffic study recommending this to be implemented. And if in fact you people choose not to do it, I think the county is going to be very liable. I would ask that you recommend that you reconsider the decision that was made last month not to do it. We need it. I drive through there 5-6 times a week, and know probably once or twice a week for every near misses on my part. Please reconsider the decision that was made last month.
Just one short comment, and it's been said, reconsider. It was never really considered. We have to consider it. Obviously, everything you said is true. It needs to be considered. The report that we got was the draft for us to review. That's what you have. We have a brand new county engineer. He took the draft. He took it upon himself to write a resolution. He came up the wrong way. It's supposed to come from the committee, the county engineer. The committee meets next week. They're going to go over it. They're going to make a recommendation to the freehold commissioners. Don't think we didn't consider it, and then we said no. It was never considered. So we will be considering it, and it's important that intersection. And I saw a letter today from Alloway saying we don't drive through that. I go through that intersection all the time. That accident you saw last week, I had to stop because of that accident. So I see the accidents as a commissioner. We will consider it, either this coming meeting on the 21st, we'll make a decision, or the next one after that. There'll be a decision made on what we're going to do. And every one of us is a serious commissioner. We will study it and do the right thing for the people. And if it's a four-way stop, that's the way we're going to go. Something different, we'll certainly explain it. And the results will come out of the commission, the committee, the way they're supposed to. And, you know, Mr. Shever is great. He's done a great job in the county. He's kind of jumped the gun a little bit, not knowing the job of how the government works and how it's supposed to come up. But you're more welcome, those that aren't here that haven't committed to saying something, please do. But I just comment up front that it's not a reconsideration, it's actually a consideration. And so, anyone else, please?
Mr. Director?
Yes.
Can I ask something?
Sure.
I was not at the next meeting, I was in Virginia, and that's one of them, I spent $45, but anyway. What would be the criteria that our new engineer would have for denying that four-way intersection?
That's for the people on that committee to make that decision on whether we go to blinking signs, whether we go to four-way stops, whether we go to rumble strips.
Well, I have, since I'm right around planning on you running this room, since I'm over running this room, the lots in the middle is probably the worst intersection in this county. It's something that needs to be done. I mean, I did an Alwell, Aldine, Smith Brothers, my friends, school buses, and we get cash started. So something has to be done, and I'm sure we'll do the right thing.
And there were 3 intersections that were recommended in that report. There was
Jericho Road.
there's Clayton, and there's one out on the road. So all 3 of them need to be considered. Absolutely.
I would, if I may, just like to echo Ben's statements, this was not denied. We asked for a reexamination of all options for a decision to be pending. So it's not like we're steadfast in opposition to the idea of a four-way stop sign there. We are all aware of the dangers of those intersections, and it will be addressed. I'm confident that everyone will come to an agreement.
I'll briefly say, one, I appreciate all the folks from Alloway coming out here and telling us just how bad it is. We get reports, we hear things, we have traffic studies done on a yearly basis of different intersections. Sometimes they're accepted, sometimes they're changed for various reasons. But I think what I've heard here tonight is a pretty strong, convincing argument for the four-way stops, and I'll be presenting that at our Public Works meeting next
that's what Ben was alluding to, that step was not taken, at least not to my knowledge. I did not make the August meeting, I was away, but in July, the report had been brought in, I had not read it yet, so I appreciate everybody here coming in and letting us know, because we don't hear what you're telling us on a lot of issues, and that is really where the public comes into play in running any government, whether it's local, county, or state. So we appreciate that. Anyone else for public comment?
Good afternoon, I'm Patty Bomba, Hawksford Road, Cornish Point. I have a few additional notes to add to Dr. Mickey's list. September 11th, there is a 50-50 rifle drawing, which benefits the Historical Society of Penns Road, Cornish Point. That is at Dunn's Park in Cornish Point. Then there will be an open house at 48 West Main Street, Penns Road, 1:30 to 8:30. September 18th, there's a chicken barbecue which benefits St. Gabriel the Archangel Church. It's at the VFW Tilbury, $15 each. You can dine in the pavilion or take out all that hassle for tickets. Friday, September 30th, there's the Santa Community College Gala where they're celebrating the year for the 50th anniversary. Tickets are $100 each. Saturday, October 1st, there's another chicken barbecue, that's which benefits the ARC. Tickets are $15 each. My hubby has them. It's pick up at the ARC, 2 o'clock on that day. Also on October 1st, there's an indoor yard sale at St. Gabriel the Archangel Church, which benefits the church. Table spots are $10 each for that. Saturday, October 8th, St. Gabriel the Archangel Church again. Shrimp and wing night, $30 each. In Church Hall, 6 to 8. There are no takeouts. Then this is a reminder of something I brought up already. The Habitat for Humanity 40th anniversary is on October 10th. Salem Vineyard, 5 to 8. Tickets are $40 each. And you guys already know this. This is the Disability Awareness and Caregiver Fall Festival. It's at the Salem County Fairgrounds on October 11th, 12 to 4. That's all I have in the way of events, but I was wondering, I said this jokingly, but I would like it on the record. Is there any way that we can keep this meeting at the earlier time? Maybe 4 till 30. People say that they can't get to the meeting, but then when it goes back to 6 o'clock, you don't see anybody here but us and Miranda from the newspaper. So I would hope that you could seriously consider that, so that it would help out the Bombas.
I mean, it's bad for you, but
Well, it's really not bad. That wouldn't have been the best move for the family, but we were planning to go just because Sandy's sick. One last thing, I don't know how to approach this because we really can't respond to it, but there was an incident in the county which involves personnel. That supposedly has been resolved. It sounds similar to something that happened to me a few years ago where we had some political games going on. And I would certainly hope that this isn't that. I thought we were beyond the political games. But I did read all about this incident on Facebook and online, but I didn't see anything about the resolution.
political, as
But
far as the
you
resolution.
remember,
What?
you remember what happened in the past and why I would be thinking that.
Yes.
I mean, you among all people would know
And
that.
that's why I'm just showing everybody it's not political. I don't think resolution is not, I can't, my solicitor says it.
I don't even know what you're talking about, but if it's a personnel issue,
It is.
we cannot talk about it.
No, I'm not expecting you to talk about it. I'm asking that you, put something on Facebook or put whatever the decision was. That you,
That makes it public. Do not do
well,
that.
how come we saw it? We
I don't
saw
know
it out
where it
there.
comes
We did not put it out there, because you know Facebook is very factual.
That's where I get all my news.
I was thinking it was posted by the party rather than
No.
us,
No,
or people close to that party.
no, I saw something that was a news item about it. And then it came out.
Well, that's why I haven't seen it, because I don't read Facebook because it is so factual. But Patty, I think I can assure you, and the staff member here, Coach Ware will tell you, we have not considered politics in any of our significant decisions.
Well, and that's what I thought. That's the appearance in recent years. But I hope you understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
You weren't here then.
No, not guilty.
Not yet. Thank you.
For ignorance is no excuse, is that what you were going to say?
Patrick Bamba, 608 Oxford Road, Corners Point. Just one thing that was overlooked on the first, Meals on Wheels was having the giant pumpkin cart at Fairgrounds. And that's a bigger item for most people here with children and grandchildren. So I just thought, don't want to oversee that activity. Oh, the one about the Knights, Columbus, that dinner, that shrimp dinner they're talking about, it's all you can eat. Okay, thank you.
And a couple, just county residents walked in, who have a comment. Sure. Please step forward, state your name and your address.
Hello, my name is James Nichols. I live on 167 Watson Mill. New to the area. I want to thank you for putting up a autistic sign for me, for my child, Salem. I understand that we're talking about putting a four-way stop or something going on with Alvin, Shirley, and Watson. You know, I've been there almost 3 years in December. It's a super highway. So between Daretown Road and Cahansey, there's no speed limit signs whatsoever. Plenty of watch the deer, adopt the road. We think we can maybe put something up there to try to control the traffic.
Sure, take a look at that.
You know, with the four-wheelers and the motorcycles that ride up and down the street. I mean, I was a kid once, we did it too, but that's a very busy road. And I heard that they were going to patrol it a little bit more. I've seen maybe 2 cops through maybe 6 months. I mean, it's not stopping. And, you know, sometimes it's hard for my autistic son. He likes that, he enjoys goes against the wheel. Luckily, I have a mailbox that he can get from the backside and keep the peripheral view this way instead of putting it back to that street. You know, it would be nice if maybe we can, because I've seen people on Alvin Shirley coming off the Watson Mill. They're confused because of that light that you put up. People do stop where they don't have to stop, and that's going to cause an accident. And I know I'm saying a lot here, and I apologize. The cornfield, if you're coming from Watson to Alvin Shirley, on the right-hand side, I know the farmer's got a farm, okay? But do you think we can minimize that, how close they come to the road? Because you do have to pull out a decent ways to see oncoming traffic coming from the other way. And that's all I gotta say. Thank you.
Excuse me, sir.
Your daughter have anything you want to say? My daughter? Okay.
His name.
And thank you all for coming in and talking. I mean, this is where comment is better. Everybody has a speech and something they have to say, and it is important. And it's important for us to listen to each one of you. Thank you. Yes, Corey?
Just quickly,
I'm sorry,
Pat Corey Taylor, East Mill Street, Countrytown. This would be for the Improvement Authority. Our household hazardous waste, I never remember the dates and I don't see it on the agenda. It's always the third Saturday of April and October. So while we get 100 and some odd people out to these events, if you have fluorescent lights, if you have oil-based paint, if you have oil, if you have pesticides, come on out to the Improvement Authority. It's a great way to get rid of those things and it's good for our lives. So October 15th will be that third Saturday. Thank you very much. Here at the airport. Oh, I know, you.
No, on the fourth side.
Yeah, you've been a couple of commissioners been there. Thank you very much for supporting, but it's for everyone, so thank you.
Anyone else? Any reason? Very nice. You guys are welcome. We've got a closed session, an executive session. You're welcome to stay. When you come out, we will probably not make any other motions other than adjourning. You're welcome to stay. Upstairs tonight, ladies, nice warm spot to sit down. But we'll probably be 15 to a half an hour. And in which case, we'll come out of the meeting and we'll just adjourn. So after we go through the motion, we'll take a couple minutes to say hi to you guys and then get in our meeting. Stacy?
G1, resolution authorizing the executive session, County of Salem, for matters involving the attorney-client privilege.
Motion goes to closed session. Do I get a second? Second. Any discussion? Hearing none,